Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Kristen Richmond. I'm Volunteer Engagement Manager. For this training video, we will be going over how to export your volunteers or users from the volunteer management system. As a reminder, we are on 9healthvolunteer.org. For this video, I am going to assume you've already successfully logged in. If you have not, there is a video to support you. If this is not the right health fair, if you have more than one health fair attached to your account, please remember the drop-down menu to make sure you're working in the right one that you need to be working in. So when you log in, this is what you'll see, the new scheduling function. To export volunteers, there are two separate ways to do this. The first is right here in users, and you have a couple choices. You can export all users. It should be said that if you're a returning fair, this list of users may also include users from a previous health fair season, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they have signed up for a volunteer position this season. So just be aware of that when you are exporting all users. Be aware of when their date is that they're helping. You can always filter people out. And do be cognizant of this little pop-up here. If you select and, it's a condition that has to be met, whereas any could be any other condition plus any other condition. If you have two filters where you do two separate ones and they both have and, that means they both grouped together have to be true in order for the user to show up down here. So in my opinion, I think it's just easier to select any for both of them. User data, it's not really super helpful to filter by that because it's mostly name and city and things like that. Nothing really attached to your fair. So that's why you'll want to actually select the filter for volunteer. And then you can filter it by position, qualification, shift date, whatever you're needing, or you can just export all the users. So for the position, be has responded to, and then choose the corresponding volunteer position, click submit. So once you have this filter down list, if you want to just export these volunteers, then you would select an action and not export all users. If you click export all users, it's the whole list. If you click the drop-down export users, you can export current user list. So just keep that in mind. There's several different ways to do it, but this page is one way that you can export a list of your volunteers. The other way that you can export a list of your volunteers is right here in responses. And see, you see export responses here. Now, what you will need is a specific date range. Again, it just is helpful so you're not getting information from previous years. So, you'd want to select something that's more recent, so you're not getting into a previous season. And then this one would be today's date. So then you have a narrowed down response list, and you can export responses here. Type in, and then you can also include your date range here. So you don't necessarily on this page have to do the date range first to get a narrowed down list. You can just do that automatically from here. Just type in, your email address, type in the date range that you want, and then click email export, and it'll email you directly. There will be a link, and this is true for both in the responses area and for the user area. The link will be the email address that it sends you will be from no-reply@galaxydigital.com. There will be a link provided in that email. You can click on the link and it should automatically download the spreadsheet onto your computer. If it does not, it just means that the default browser you had opened is not the same browser where you have your login information for this website saved. So what I would do in that case is copy and paste the link in the email into the browser where you already have yourself logged in to our volunteer management system. So I would just create a new tab here, paste it in here, click enter, and then it will automatically download that spreadsheet onto your computer. If you do have any issues, definitely reach out to us. We're more than happy to help. Our shared email address is ve@9health365.org. Thank you.